All right, guys, welcome back to 243 Outdoors. My name is Josh. Today we have a very special video featuring a very special and rare rifle. We have the Daisy Heddon 22 caliber VL rifle. So to most of you, that is not going to mean a thing, and it didn't to me either. I actually thought this was a pellet rifle, and it is not. So the story on this rifle is my neighbor got it, I believe, from his father-in-law, and he thought it was a 22 long rifle. So he stuck a 22 in it. It got stuck, and called my father-in-law and me went down there. I got it and told him I'd get it out. And after examining the rifle, I was like, that's a pellet rifle. So we took a cleaning rod through the bore very carefully, got it tapped out, and I didn't give it much thought. I just we got a 22 caliber pellet rifle because it's made by Daisy, you know, like the Red Ryder. So later that evening, I did a little searching. I was like, I want to know a little bit more about this. And when I searched the Daisy VL rifle, it came up as something special. It's actually worth a little bit of money. Anyway, this is a 22 caliber caseless ammo. It does not have a brass case. It is a bullet with a little bit of propellant in a solid form glued to it. So how this rifle works is you cock it, and this is what makes me think it's like a pellet rifle. We bend this down, that cocks it. It opens up the action. Inside the action is a tube where you'll put your little projectile and powder. You will close it up. It automatically puts it on safe. So we're down here in the basement. It is clear, there's nothing. We got concrete walls, and it's just going to sound like a pellet rifle going off. So how does it work? It does not have a primer. So this acts very similar to a diesel engine on the compression of air. So it has a spring piston that cocks back when you cock it. When you fire it, it releases a cylinder of air through a very tiny orifice that heats up. The air is supposed to heat up to 2,000 degrees, which lights the powder and fires the projectile. Projectile, I believe, is 29 grains. This rifle was manufactured in 1968 and 1969 for 2 years. And I got a little cheat sheet here. I've done a little research on this rifle, and information's kind of back and forth on how many were made. But anyway, it was made in 68 and 69. There was approximately between 23 and 25,000 made, depending on your sources. The serial number on this is closer to 26,000, so you know there may be a few more. The exact number may be not known. If my understanding is correct, there were 3 models of this rifle. The first one was a presentation model. It had a fancier wood stock. It had a brass plate here that had, I believe, the serial number and the first owner's name engraved. A lot of sources say there was 1,000 of those made. I read some old threads and some old message boards from 10, 15 years ago, and some collectors have serial numbers of the presentation model up to like 1,400. Then, if I understand right, there was about 4,000 wood stock ones, and then there was about 19,000 standard models, and this is a standard model. It's a plastic stock. It's a pretty dense stock. It doesn't feel real cheap and flimsy like a lot of BB guns and pellet rifles. But this rifle was extremely dirty, hadn't been cleaned in years, so I gave the stock a pretty good scrubbing, and the barrel and the action, I took all of it apart and cleaned it up. It's not in bad condition. There's a few little scuffs on it, and the barrel's just a little bit rougher up towards the front, but it's not bad. It should be in good shooting order. Looking at my cheat sheet here, the VL stands for Jules van Langenhoven. He was a Belgian chemist that invented the caseless ammo. Like I said, it's a 29 grain projectile at about 1150 feet per second. The presentation model was $125 in 1968 and 69. And then the plastic stock model like this one was $39.95. And that was about $20 more than a standard 22 single shot at the time, so it cost a little bit more. So I ordered some ammo on Gunbroker. It was $14.50 for 100 rounds. There's quite a bit of ammo available, and it's in a little tube, so it should be sealed. It should work good, and we can go out here in a minute and give it a try. I've never shot this. The FedEx truck just come literally like 10 minutes ago. So I'll show you the ammo here. I haven't opened it. I just cracked open the box a while ago. So we have the VL caseless ammo. This is our box. And see if we can get it opened up here. So there should be 10 tubes in here. They have 10 rounds in each for 100 rounds. So we'll pull one of these tubes out. And it looks like the old back in the day, the little leads that go in the pencil that came in the tube, that's kind of what it looks like. But we got a little plug here that we can remove and then take the round out. So like I said, this ammo's around probably a little over 50 years old, but that is a 22 caseless round. It's pretty neat. So I think we'll suit up, go outside, and take a few shots with this. Okay, we are out on the range, and we have a rifle here. So like I said, we pull this down to cock it, and then that opens it up, and right there you can see it really well where you insert the round. Okay, so our action's open, and we'll take a tube of our rounds, and I'm just going to dump a few of these out here and load them up and see if it'll fire. So let me get the camera spun around here. Okay, so our action is open. We will insert the round. Try not to drop it. And I dropped it. Got it inserted. Close our action, take it off safe, and this will be our first fire. It works. It works. So we'll cock it here. So it's probably going to be a lot easier to aim it down at the ground to load it. See if we can put one over the chronograph here. Safety. 1124. That's pretty neat. So insert another round. Go out here to 25 yards. Safety. Pretty cool. You can feel the spring piston go off. It does feel kind of like a pellet rifle, but then you hear the bang and the crack of the bullet. Actually, I can hear it being supersonic, and then I hear the ding. So, wonder if I can hit my 50-yard target. Spinning around here. Maybe the microphone will pick it up. Don't know how well the sights are. Safety, gotta remind myself. It hit, and it hit pretty hard. It's pretty neat. Okay, get you down here by the chronograph, and we'll load up another round. So like I said, we're gonna grab this here, pull it down, point it towards the ground. There is our caseless round. We got it inserted, as you can see there, and we'll close it. $11.38. All right, so that is going to wrap up today's video of this very rare rifle, the Daisy Heddon VL 22 caseless rifle. So pretty neat little thing of history. I'd never heard of this. I really haven't talked to anybody that has heard of it. Dad thought he might have remembered something like that back in the day, but didn't really have a good memory on it. But pretty neat little rifle, and I'm glad we brought it back where it can be shot and it can be enjoyed. So I believe the owner's coming over. He's going to take a few shots with it, and I'll probably send it home with him. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.